Hello, grade fours. I'm here. Hopefully, it is a wonder-filled Wednesday for you, and you can find something wonderful about the day or something to wonder in. I'm glad you're joining me for some math this morning. We're going to keep working on some division strategies and practicing some of the things we've been practicing. So, without any further ado, let's get started with our math for Wednesday. Well, hello there, grade fours. Welcome to your Wednesday math. We're going to go through and we're going to learn some math words to help us through this sheet. Okay, so the first word we're going to learn is the word obtuse. Obtuse angles are angles that are greater than 90 degrees. So 90 degrees would be like a straight corner. That's a right angle. An obtuse angle is anything greater than 90 degrees, which this is. So obtuse. How many sets of parallel lines does a triangle have? Now, remember, parallel lines don't touch, and they don't get any closer or any farther apart, and they're like railroad tracks. Now, a triangle, do you see any of those lines on a triangle? No, none. It has none. None. Number 3, how many vertices does a parallelogram have? So I've got a parallelogram, which is like a rectangle pushed over on its side. Now a vertices are almost like corners. So how many corners? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 corners, 4 vertices. What is a polygon? What is a polygon? A polygon is a shape with straight sides or straight edges. Mrs. Oakes learned to spell. Sorry. Straight. Now, a circle is not a polygon, and can you think of why? A circle is not a polygon because a circle does not have any straight edges. But a polygon can have any number of sides. It just has to have more than one. And the circle does not. So it can be any shape with straight edges, and it has to have more than one. So that's a polygon. That's a polygon. That's a polygon. It doesn't have to have any certain set number of sides, but it has to have straight edges. And this looks like a circle, but that's me trying to make lots of little edges. Okay, which of the line segments on the trapezoid are parallel? So we just talked about parallel lines and how they run across like a railroad track, but they never touch. Which ones? Well, this one here. So C to D and A to B are parallel. They do not touch. They run parallel. Now, brain stretch. If Melissa's family is traveling by train to Lewistown to see their aunt, so they are, that's what this is about. If each car is 11 meters long and there are 9 cars in their train, how long is the train they are traveling on? So they're traveling by train to see their aunt. If each car is 11 meters long, so imagine your train car, so each one is 11 meters and you have 9. How long is the train? So you have to do 11 meters times 9 cars is 99 meters long. Each car can hold 48 passengers. How many people can ride on the train at a time? So we know there's 9 cars in the train. So we have to do 48 times 9. Now maybe you know your 48 times 9 as a fact. I'm going to use multiplication to solve it. 9 times 8. 8 times 9 is 72. So I'm going to put my 2 here. I'm using Grandma and Grandpa's way. I'm going to put my 7 tens up here. If you're not sure about Grandma and Grandpa's way, you can do partial products too. And then 9 times 40, well, 9 times 4 is 36. Okay, and then I have these extra 7s here. So so 9 times 40 is 360. I have this extra 7, so 36 or 360 plus 7 10s, 70. So I look here, I'm going to stack them so you can see it. 360 plus 70. Okay, and then I go 0, 6 and 7 is 13, and then 400. So it's 430, 4, 3. Now, Grandma, Grandpa's way, most of the times you do that in your head. I just wrote it out so you could see what I was doing. But 432 can ride at one time. If they left their town at 9 a.m. and they're going to travel for 7 hours, when will they arrive at their destination? So we're going to count 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11, noon. Oh, I forgot to mute Teams. Sorry, guys. 11, 12. So I have 7 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. They will arrive at 4 p.m. So these are my 7 hours. They left, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They left at 9, so there's 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 p.m. Okay. Now, on to the next one. We are going to practice our division facts. So for this part, guys, I need to see how you're doing with division. So I'm not going to do this for you. I would like you to try these on your own, using whatever strategy you've been using. Maybe you're using your multiplication facts. Maybe you're doing some other where you're drawing it out. I need to see what strategies you're using and how you're doing. So for this part, I am not going to do it for you. I'd like you to try. I will do one as an example. I'm going to do, let's look at 12 times 3. I'm just going to remind you that you can use, 12 divided by 3. You can use your multiplication facts to help you. So if I just said that and it gave you panic, breathe. Go find a multiplication chart to help you and figure out what facts go with this, okay? Or you could draw it out. But 12 divided by 3, think 3 times what equals 12. Okay, well, 3 times 4 is 12. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. Now, you are going to do the rest. You can, if you're using your multiplication facts, then you'll be able to use them for division. Okay? And then here, solve using your favorite strategy. So I am going to do the first one with you, and I am going to use partial products. And then the next one, I am going to work through with you too using partial products. I challenge you, if you are using a different strategy, to try that strategy and send it to me, okay? So 354 times 3, and I'm going to use partial products to help me solve this. So, and mine's probably going to go outside of this line, I'm sorry. So I'm going to use my partial product strategy. 4 times 3, well, 4 times 3 is 12. My next one is times 50, so I put my 0 there. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 50 is 150. And then I'm timesing in the hundreds. So 3 times 3, or 3 times 300, is 900. Now I add them all together. I've multiplied each one of these, and now I'm adding them all together. 12 plus 0 plus 0, 2. 1 10 plus 5 10s. Sorry, it's not super lined up. Don't get confused. 1 10 plus 5 10 is 6 10s. And then 100 plus 900 is 1,000. Okay. I almost said 10 hundreds, but I meant to say 1,000. So 134 times 2. I've got 134. We're going to times it by 2, and I know some people who are going to say, I'm just going to double the number and use addition. Cool, do it. But I'm going to show you how to use partial products. So 2 times 4 is 8. Then I need to do 2 times 30. I'm working in the 10 spot, so I put 1 0 there. 2 times 30, 2 times 3 is 6, 60. 2 times 30 is 60. Now I'm working in the 100 spot, so I'll put my 100 0 there. 2 times 1 is 2. Now I get to add them all together. 268. All right, on to the other side. So it says, showing repeated subtraction. So showing repeated subtraction. How do you do that? Well, my dears, I did have a lot of questions about repeated subtraction, so don't worry. If this isn't your favorite strategy, that's okay. It is good for understanding though. So it says, we know that we can show repeated subtraction using a number line. We did that last time, remember? But we can also show it using a subtraction equation. Let's take a look. So this is how we did it last time using a number line. You start at 12 and you go minus 4, minus 4, minus 4 until you get to 0. And you did 3 groups of 4. So 12 divided by 4 is 3, because we showed that there were 3 equal groups of 4. For this one, they did 12 minus 4 was 8, and then subtract another 4 was 4, and then subtract another 4 was 0. And we still took away 1, 2, 3 groups of 4. So same thing, just showing it a different way. Now it's your turn. Show each equation using repeated subtraction on a number line and then as a subtraction equation. So for this one, guys, I'm going to do the first 3 with you, and you're going to do the last one on your own so I can see how you're doing. So 10 divided by 2, I've got 10, and I'm trying to get to 0, and I'm dividing by 2, so I'm just going to subtract groups of 2. So 10 subtract 2 is 8, subtract 2 is 6, subtract 2 is 4, subtract 2 is 2, and then subtract 2 more gets me to 0. And I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 2. I subtracted 5 groups of 2 to get to 0. Now we're going to show that as repeated subtraction. So you don't have to stack them like that. I'm just going to write 10. Maybe I could subtract them like that. Let's see, 10 subtract 2 is 8. 8 subtract 2 is 6. 6 subtract 2 is 4. I'm going to run out of spot. I'm going to start back up here. 4 subtract 2 is 2. And then 2 subtract 2 is 0. So this and this are the same. We're just showing it in a slightly different way. Now we're going to do 20 divided by 4. So I start at 20. I'm trying to get to 0. And I'm dividing by 4, so I'm just going to do taking 4 away. So 20 subtract 4 is 16. 16 subtract 4 is 12. 12 subtract 4 is 8. 8 subtract 4 is 4, and 4, this is a bigger jump, but that's my fault. Subtract 4 is 0. So I took away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 4. Now I write that out. I just go 20 subtract 4 is 16, subtract 4 is 12, subtract 4 is 8, and I'm going to go up here, 8, subtract 4 is 4, subtract 4 is 0. And I look, how many times did I do it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I subtracted 4 5 times. Okay, so if you're like me, maybe a number line makes more sense for you. I like to see things visually and concretely, or maybe you're one of those people who can work in their heads, and that will work for you. Okay, 16, and again, I'm going to leave you this last one to try on your own. Don't panic. I just want to see if you can do it, because that tells me if we can move forward or if we need to keep practicing. And that's okay if we need to keep practicing. So 16 divided by 4. I'm starting at 16. I'm dividing by 4, so I'm going to take away groups of 4. 16 subtract 4 is 12. 12 subtract 4 is 8. 8 subtract 4 is 4, and 4 subtract 4 is 0. And I took 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. So, oh, I just realized I forgot to answer the last 2. Let's pause. 20 divided by 4, how many groups of 4 did we take away? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we know it's 5. Okay. 10 divided by 2, we took away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups, and I did that one. All right, this one was 4. Let's write it as a repeated subtraction. So I have 16 subtract 4 is 12. 12 subtract 4 is 8. 8 subtract 4 is 4, and 4 subtract 4 is 0. That's it. Now, this last one here, you're going to set it up. You're going to do 15, and you're going to take away groups of 3 till you get to 0. So 15, that's a big jump. 15 subtract 3 is 12. And then you're going to subtract another group of 3 and another group of 3 until you get to 0. The number of groups you subtract is your answer here. And then you're going to write it as repeated subtraction. Now, if you're not sure how to do that, rewind and watch these 3. How did I do it? Think about it. What is it asking you to do? Okay, if you're really stuck, you can send me a message, but I would like to see you try it. Once you're done, please take a picture of your work and send it my way on Teams or ClassDojo. Thank you very much. You could also make a note here. How is this for you? Is this making sense? Is this okay? Is this making you sad? Write what's going on. How are you feeling about this, okay? And thank you, grade 4. That was a good math video. Okay, grade 4s, here's the deal. I'm done making your video for today, and I'm realizing this was a little short. Now, part of that reason is because you're working on some of it on your own, and that's not in the video. But some of my math people are going to be saying this wasn't enough math for today. So what I'm going to ask you to do is go on the math team, and there is going to be some division facts practice there. This is optional. It's if you want more math, because I'm realizing that today's math might have been a little light for you. Oh, sorry, I was just turning my Teams notifications off. They don't stop. So sometimes I forget to press mute and then it interrupts the video. So what you're going to do is go onto our math team and then check out the math team for division practice worksheet that you can work on today, okay? I apologize for that. I'm trying to get my timing right, and I looked, I'm like, 15 minutes isn't quite enough for math for some people. Some people it might have taken you more than 15 minutes to do it though, so I totally understand if you say that's enough for me today, but I'd like you, if you're needing more math, go to the math channel, the grade 4 math channel, and there is a document there for you with just some division practice, okay? Just a little extra for you in case you need it. If you don't need it, or you don't want to go there, or you can't go there, why don't you practice your division facts by giving yourself a quiz? So write down a bunch of division facts and then try to solve them, okay? Or have someone else do that for you. If you don't have access to Teams, that is an option for you. Or you can practice your multiplication facts, and every multiplication fact say the related division fact, okay? I hope that that's helpful. I'm sorry for the short video today. I know a lot of you will be so heartbroken. So check the math channel if you need more math. I apologize for the shortness. I will get the length right eventually. Okay, not originally, eventually. Okay, thank you, grade 4s. Hooray, you did it! That wasn't so bad, was it? Now remember, you can always send me a message if things still aren't making sense. I'm here to help you, and I look forward to seeing you on Teams or ClassDojo today. So have a wonderful Wednesday, and I will see you back here on Friday for more math.